It's morning. It's so quiet and it's so peaceful.
Good morning, Angel.
No, I don't care what ridiculous video you think you're planning. What is this?
I have a new assignment for you.
Oh, you do you?
We've been hired to investigate a remote snowmobile club. The current intel that you can see on your device indicates that they may be part of an international vanilla extract smuggling ring.
This is so stupid.
The club is hosting a bake sale fundraiser this afternoon, and I want you to infiltrate it, gain their trust, and see if you can determine if they are illegally manufacturing and distributing extracts across international borders.
No, I am still drinking my coffee. I'm not doing this.
I suggest you start baking something now. I think an angel food cake would be appropriate. The meeting is at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
If you're planning to insert me into some ridiculous retro video that you've concocted,
Once upon a time, there was a woman who was an excellent home cook. She could cook anything, from a sear on a Sunday roast to her own homemade yeast dough. Applesauce from fresh apples to high-end gourmet pasta dishes. She even gardens and grows her own produce. But then she decided to upload a recipe onto the internet. And now she has her own YouTube cooking channel, and I am the producer.
Okay, so now we're gonna make an angel food cake. It's somewhat technical. It's exciting to make technical things. And if you follow the instructions I'm going to give you, it will always come out 99% of the time. Everything I'm going to tell you today is important. So we're going to take some sugar and flour, and we're going to mix these together in a bowl. Going to whisk those up a little bit. This is cake flour. You should see instructions right here on, if you don't have cake flour, on how to make cake flour if you're using a cup measurement or grams. It's just easier to buy it, but if you don't have any, you can make your own. So put that to the side, and then we have 12 egg whites here. These are the egg whites. I broke them, separated them, and it is extremely important that you do not get any yellows in with these eggs. If you see your egg is dripping or leaking, try to pull it away as fast as you can and just start with another egg. You just want just the egg whites or they won't do what they're supposed to do. So we're going to pop that right in. And then we have some cream of tartar, which helps stabilize these eggs as you're beating them. So we're going to put that in there. Okay, so now we're going to mix this up until it's frothy for about a minute. Okay, so that's looking somewhat frothy. So now I'm going to turn it up to a medium high, and we're going to put the timer on again for another minute. So these are soft, billowy mounds. So what you want to do with this is get it back up to the medium high, sprinkle the salt in, and then we're going to put the sugar in 1 tablespoon at a time. And this is going to go 1 to 3 minutes. Now we're going to let this go for about 3 minutes until it's shiny and there are soft peaks. peaks. We're looking for really shiny. Okay, I'm going to stop this for just a minute. It's getting shiny. The peaks they're not quite peaks yet. So you don't want this dripping like that. You want this mounding up in there. And it's just kind of rolling around at the moment, but we're getting close. It's getting shinier. Oh, it's looking very beautiful. Let's take a, oh, look how pretty that is. All right, I'm liking that. See if we do this. It's got a little soft, pleathery. No, that's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go 10 more seconds. Okay. See the mounds? They're just soft and gentle. If these were stiff peaks, those would be standing up. Instead, you just get a little mountain of a mound there, and they flop right over. And they're very shiny, and it just takes a little bit to read the bowl, but that's just what you want it to look like. This is the next technical step. We're going to treat this so gently. We're going to put some vanilla extract in, some lemon juice, and some almond extract. Oh, and it smells so good. And so we're going to gently take a whisk, and we're just going to gently kind of whisk that in there. We don't want to mess with this too much. Just want to get that mixed in, go down to the bottom, lift up, and just gently fold that in. Okay. Gently. All right, now comes the fun part. We've got the flour and the sugar mixture that we put together earlier. And what we're going to do now is we're going to sift some of this into this bowl. There are two ways to do this sifting. I have a sifter here, pretty cool, that we can use. You can buy them on Amazon or in the grocery store. But if you don't have a sifter, you can use a strainer. So we're going to take 1/4 cup of this, and we're going to sift this over the top. And you can just gently tap that and get that in there. Gently over the top. And then what we're going to do, remember we're handling this just as gently as possible. We're going to start folding that in. And I just run around the edges here and go down to the bottom and lift that up. And you're going to go around and lift. Around and lift. You just get that mixed in. Then you go through the middle, just lift. And we're just gently lifting that in. You want to get it all mixed in, but you definitely don't want to flatten those egg whites any more than is necessary. So we'll put this over here, and we're going to do another 1/4 cup or 1/4 or 1/5 of this. Put it in this sifter, and we're going to go all the way around. There we go. And we're going to stir and lift. Stir and lift. Stir, and I'm just handling this ever so gently. And again. So this is a 16 cup angel food pan. You do not grease this. You simply put a piece of parchment paper in. I have the rectangular one, so I just traced the bottom of this onto the paper and then cut it out, and I put it down in there. You don't even grease that to hold that down. That's all you do with this pan. And taking this out of the oven, there's a cool way to take care of this so that it comes out easily, and I'll show you that a little bit later. So you can go ahead and scrape this in. I do think that I like just carefully, remember we're treating this gently. You want to get this in the middle. Try not to get too much on the sides. We're going to have to clean those off. All right, so we're going to gently smooth this over and around. The thing with this pan is it rises up the sides that have no grease on them. So you'd want to get as much of these pieces off of the path that it's going to be riding up the sides of the pan. So those cook faster and they're going to get harder, and that cake is going to have a harder time getting up the pan. And that's the only thing you want to do at this point is think about getting this up. Now you just take the pan gently, just to settle it. When we tap the pan, we're setting that cake in there so that it can rise to its fullest. I don't want to tap it down too far. I just want to make sure that it's all down in there because it's so light. So we're just giving it a little to compress that just a teeny weeny bit. So now we're going to put this in the oven. It's on 325 and on a medium low position. The recipe calls for 50 to 60 minutes. I am going to put the timer on for 45 just to take a look at this. And halfway through that 45 minutes, we're going to just turn that, give it a half turn so it's browning evenly all the way around. Okay, I love the way this looks. As you can see, the middle of this has pulled away a little bit from the center, and the sides are just starting to come across. And if I push it down like this, it bounces right back. So you want to be able to watch that cake bounce right back. That is perfectly cooked, perfectly golden brown. That's exactly what you're looking for. And so you don't want to stick any knife or anything into this to test it. The test for this is to firmly push on it and it just comes back. That's just, yay, it's perfect. So now the trick to this is to invert this, turn it upside down, and we're going to put it on the top of this wine bottle. Woo! And we're going to let that cool completely like that. And what that does is does not allow this to settle onto itself. It's going to settle with the gravity, and so it will, while it cools, it will become stable and keep that cake as high as it can possibly be. So we're going to let this go for a couple of 2 to 3 hours, and as soon as it's cooled off, we'll be back and we'll show you what it looks like when we take it out. Okay, so this is cooled off. It's actually not been, it's been about 2 hours, I think. So we're going to take this off, and what we're going to do is scrape down in the middle. Oh, that sounds so good. Scrape down and get those sides released. Keep this flat against as much as possible to see if you can get as much of that onto to stay onto the cake, because for me, that's the best part. All right, and I think that's pretty loose. Let's try it. So then you're going to grab on the bottom. You're going to turn it over. You're going to give it a little... Actually, let's put it down. There we go. Get a piece of parchment paper here. pull that off. And there is an argument in my house as to which way to serve this, but I am going to serve it this way. I like the top, and I'm going to serve it right side up. This is so light and so fluffy, and it's just beautiful. Okay, so today I'm gonna put some confectionery sugar on this, and this is one of those things where you can just take the confectionery sugar and start. Yum! And you can put as much or as little as you want, but there's the cake, and it is a perfect angel food cake. Let's cut a piece of this. That's kind of an itty bitty. Oh, look how good, airy. See how airy that looks? Oh my gosh, that looks so beautiful. Just lay that down. Oh my word. And I've made a little lemon glaze, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that down here. Some blueberries. And I have some homemade whipped cream that I've made here that I'll put with that. Whipped cream is one of my favorite foods, so we'll add a little bit of extra. Oh, that looks yummy. First, I'm going to try a little bit of it by itself. Oh, this is one of those things you could just eat pieces of. Oh my word. It's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. Okay, so we're going to try some blueberries and a little bit of that lemon and some whipped cream. We'll give this, oh, doesn't that look yummy? Yum. Oh. This is so yummy. That lemon glaze that we made is amazing with this. Oh, this is yummy. I hope you make this. This is so delicious. The blueberries, everything is together is like a magic. Oh, this is so good. Just can't even stand how good this is. Thank you.